Calvin and Hobbes are mixed-traffic diesel twins that work on the St. Petersburger Railway. Calvin is number 300, and Hobbes is number 304. The two engines never complain, no matter what the task. Coaches, goods trains, it's all the same to them. Although they are great friends, the two love to banter and bicker. This can cause a great deal of trouble. A blizzard had taken the railway by surprise, and the snow had pounded against the rails. This caused several lines to be snowed under. Calvin and Hobbes were sent to work in the mountains at High Peak Marshaling Yard to keep the goods trains in order. As usual, the two loved to bicker, and as the snow fell, they tried to make conversation. "Miserable night! Blast it! All this snow makes my engine freeze up," grumbled Calvin, who was sulking in the shed. "I love it," Hobbes declared. "It makes me feel like a real diesel should. Pride, valiance, savoir-faire." "Savoir-faire has nothing to do with snow or being a diesel. Savoir-faire is a French word for something you don't have." "I have plenty of savoir-faire, thank you. You're just jealous 'cause your horn sounds like a flippin' barge from the harbor." "It does not!" Calvin yelled. "First of all, it does. Second of all, you wouldn't know savoir-faire if it came and bit you in the tender. And, you know what? Show some maturity," finished Hobbes. "While your engine is frozen, I have to keep the freight cars in order." "Well, Nimrod," said Calvin, "the rails are slippery. Be careful. The snowbank serves as a buffer zone, but be cautious." "My dear Calvin, thank you for the advice, but I'm absolutely sure I know what I'm doing." Later, a workman arrived. "Move these freight cars, please," he said to Hobbes, "but be cautious. The loads are heavy and the rails are slippery. Please finish the job so we can make room for another train." "Yes, sir," said Hobbes, and he began to push the heavy train to the buffer zone. Hobbes realized the train was heavy, and the ice froze some of the wheels to a standstill, so the train simply slid along the ice. The snow battered the diesel, and his engine fumed, but he was determined to move the cars. The buffer zone lay dead ahead, but it had been loosened by the ice and snow, and had become very unsafe. The freight cars tobogganed down the rails, and one by one smashed into the buffer zone and down into the valley below. Hobbes managed to brake hard and save himself from the ravine, but he was headed for a great deal of trouble. "Will you put the damn trumpet away? Sorry." And with that, serenity returned to the valley, and Hobbes was thankful his arrogance had not taken him to the valley below.